Rick Ross. Boss. Now, when Rick Ross came in, he came in and with this theme of him being the biggest drug dealer in Miami. He was moving pounds and weights across the water. And he came in with the name of Freeway Rick Ross. You know, the real guy who made the moves out there just took his name without permission, ran with it, and people backed him. And he got cute. He got big. He started blowing up. Jay-Z signed him to Def Jam. When he was up there, Def Jam as president, brought him and Jeezy on in. And was like, you know, you got what it takes, you know, to be the next big thing out here. So you know, this is your spot. We already got the other guy the other day we signed. His name's Jeezy. Hey, we gonna be on tour together. You know, they call me Snowman, and you the king of Miami. You know, you moving the weight down there, I'm moving the weight up here. You know what I'm saying? We gonna come together and move weight on tour. Hey, I think I need a shrink. So anyway, they moved Rick Ross into position. Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling. So he had his triple OGs with him all the time, and he was blowing up. Then out of the blue, they decided as a promotional thing to attack 50 Cent. This wasn't a good idea. They tried to attack 50 Cent and create some fake beef off 50 Cent. And 50 was like, what? Like, really? First it turned into something playful. Then it got into something serious once Rick Ross decided to intervene, and by making fun and poking at the 50 Cent situation that he was having with his baby moms. And it went from a playful situation to a real situation. Then, you know, things were told, you know, like, hey, let's cut this out. You know, y'all doing too much. But they didn't. They wanted to keep it going. They had the Fat Joe connection with Fat Joe, Khaled, and him, and, you know, things was crazy at the time. Really crazy. You know, French was rolling around with Fifth at the time, so he knew everything about Khaled. Like, yo, I know where his mama stay and everything. So, you know, French was, you know, he's shiesty like that at that point, you know. So, when this was going down, and 50 launched a major campaign, and it comes out that you've seen all these cartoons about Rick Ross, everything. Fifth was going all out, spending all time, money, and energy to eliminate Rick Ross out the business. And we saw something happen, you know, with him being a cop. That came to the forefront. And when that came to the forefront, then a lot of things started coming to the forefront. And when I mean a lot of things, I mean a lot of bad things. They wishing on me. No, he went and made a videotape lying about it. So he's on tape in an interview saying, "No, I ain't no cop." And 50 Cent just exposing it. Yes, you are, Rick. You's a cop. Nobody like the cops, Rick. How you the biggest drug dealer in Miami, Rick? And then you're a cop, Rick. So once Jay-Z finds all this information out, because this was not new, this was all news to him. Jay was like, well, we have a discrepancy right here that we have to address, because, you know, I'm trying to think of what's going to be your new look and how we're going to bring you back out. And, you know, we might have to sit you down for a minute because we got to rethink this, because this is, you know, this is kind of crazy. But I didn't lie though. I'm not a cop. I was a correctional officer. That's not a, you took an oath. You know, you took an oath. They gave you a badge. To the streets, that's a cop. You know, we've all been locked up before, so, you know, that's a cop, Rick. Now I gotta see, you know, how we're gonna approach it. And when 50 is out doing his thing, and plus Jeezy was hitting, hey, I'm still cracking no boss. So you got me. Okay, good. I got you and Rihanna. Tell Rihanna I'll be downstairs in a minute. But, yeah, it's just crazy. So just sit back and sit tight. Don't say nothing. Don't do no interviews. Just, I got it. So, all he could say was, boss. So after this smear campaign goes down, 50 got his kids out here at Floyd Mayweather house. All these things are going on. And while all these things are cracking and they jumping off the way they are, things start to stretch. You know, things start to stretch. And when I mean stretch, I mean they stretched. This thing went on and on and on, and then Puffy saw an opportunity. Jay was like, I don't know what I'm going to do here. Puff said, I know what we could do. Let me come in for 50% of what you own on Rick Ross. So Diddy came in for 50%. Him and Jay split 50 on Ross. They went half on the baby. So now, Diddy is up there saying he could fix this and get this re-image and rebranding of Rick Ross. Now, 50 Cent and Diddy had gotten over the Mace situation, and they were friends now. They were cool. They were cool through Floyd. Oh, they had got past that. So now, this Ross situation, which was very... Jay let Puff know that 50 was very vested in destroying Rick Ross. Diddy didn't care. Diddy went out, did what he did, knew the circumstances, saw what the problem was, and immediately decided to change the narrative of Rick Ross and started to make him sound like Biggie, giving him Biggie ad-libs, putting him in Biggie sweatshirts, and all of these different things. Now, at this time, Rick Ross got Meek Mill out here, and he's really pushing Meek Mill. Meek is on the rise. You know, Rick Ross is out here. Diddy's changed the whole thing. People forgot he was a cop. Now all the money that was spent by 50 to try to destroy him, now he has Diddy's protection. Now he got a whole new bank account to play with. So Ross is back in the picture. Now he's rebranded. Now he back again being the biggest boss we done seen this far. And now 50 was like, look, I had this guy about the game, and now you just brought him back. Now, with that being said, we proceed. These two still don't like each other. As things go down and develop, it leads to more disarray and things are going in a different direction. and it caused 50 Cent and Diddy to go at each other's throat. And it just got to a point where it just was out of control at that point. But that's what happened. So now you know why this happened, how Rick Ross got saved, and Diddy did the same thing when they brought in Meek Mill. Jay-Z and Diddy was getting a piece of Meek Mill. Jay was like, you got my car out of the mud with Rick Ross, so me and you eat. Let's do the same thing with this meat. Alright, I got you. So, next thing you know, Biggie like, I got it. Puff, I got an idea. Ross gonna be big, and we can make Meek Mill like Pop. Now we got like a Biggie and Pop. Cause that's what I see when I see Ross. I see a little bit of big in him. I mean, besides the weight, he's not big, no. I never saw that. It's what the fans see. We gonna make them see that again. That didn't work. They started writing rhymes for Puff, and Puff tried to sell it. He's in the music video, 2 music videos with them, and he's just out of place. And he's like, look, this is not my music. I got to get back to what I do. This is not Diddy. So when he came with that Money Making Mitch, baby, Money Making Mitch was on point. I'm sorry. I don't care what nobody said. I like Money Making Mitch. So that was his basically, farewell album. As Puff don't have to make another record another day in his life. But yeah, man, that's it. So I hope you guys are all caught up. It's your boy Carcino. I'm out. And don't forget to click the link in the description box and leave a donation or a message or email. Whatever makes your pleasure. I'm out.